Just before we head into the video, I'd love to give a shout out to the sponsor of the channel, RL Exchange. Now, RL Exchange is the best way to buy any Rocket League items or credits on any platform and at the cheapest prices so that you can build your dream setup. Make sure to go and check out their website using the top link in the description and use code TXE to get yourself 3% off your order. I'm giving away a White Octane every 1,000 subscribers on the channel. All you have to do is drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, head over to the Discord server. The link is in the description down below. And also, the channel has hit 24,000 subscribers, so the White Octane giveaway has started in the Discord. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's just get straight into the video. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video on episode 8 of Trading from Nothing all the way up to the White Apex. If you haven't already, then please do make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications as well. And as I've mentioned, the White Octane giveaway has started in the Discord, so make sure to head over if you haven't already. You will have to type like 10 times to get level 1. There is a small requirement on the giveaway, but literally like type 5 times and you've got level 1. But anyway, let's get straight into the first trade of episode 8. Okay, so towards the end of the last episode, I actually bought quite a few items into the inventory, so I'm going to be having to sell those in this episode. I don't want the inventory to get too crowded because then it just gets a little bit harder to manage and therefore just a little bit harder in general to make profit. I have recently been struggling to sell items such as the White Zomba, which is really annoying because usually it has such a high demand, but right now I just can't get it sold. But I am going to be picking up a Purple Octane for 300 credits in the first trade. Now, Octanes are always a safe item to buy and sell just because they have such a high demand. I don't think that demand will ever change. They should always be really easy to sell, but usually I'm picking them up for 100 credits below their minimum value, and especially the cheaper ones, I'm trying to sell them for their middle value just because they have such a high demand. I'm able to get a little bit more for them compared to other items. So for example, White Zombas, I'll just be selling those for their minimum value because they don't have a great demand at the moment, but Octanes, I'll be trying to get their middle value. So for example, the Pink Octane is 500 to 600 credits, so I'm going to be trying to get 550 credits for that item. Now, theoretically, I could even look for their maximum price, but the more credits I look for a single item, it's going to take longer to sell just because not many people are willing to pay that much for one item. I do also manage to sell on one of the harder to sell items in my inventory, the Titaniumite Gravity Bomb. I originally bought this for 650 credits and we're selling on for 550 credits more than that. So a ton of profit, and that is why I like to trade with low demand items, because people quick sell them way below their minimum value because they can't find anyone willing to do their minimum value or close to that. But I'm able to capitalize on that, buy items such as the White Gravity Bomb, the Dices as well, my inventory, and also the Black Singularity. I can pick those up for way below their minimum value, and yes, I will also struggle to sell them for their minimum value, but I've got more experience than a lot of people with trading, so eventually I'll be able to sell those items on for their minimum value, like that White Gravity Bomb which you've just seen I've sold. And also, for example, the Cobalt Dicey, I bought them for 1k below their minimum value. I've had a little bit of interest with them for around 2,000 credits, but I'm not looking to quick sell them. I'm going to be trying to get their minimum value, and that should again lead to a ton of profit. I did also just sell on a Crimson Octane for 1,000 credits. That is going to be the minimum value. I know I said earlier that painted Octanes will sell for their middle value, but I actually usually struggle to sell the more expensive painted Octanes such as Lime, Crimson, and Sky Blue for their middle value. I'm not really sure why, but I just usually find it a little bit harder to get the middle value for those items, and I actually do manage to sell the Lime Octane on for its middle value. I did spend maybe an extra hour trying to get this gone for its middle value because, as I mentioned, I usually struggle, but I bought this for 600 credits and it dropped, so I still wanted to make a good amount of profit on it, so I put on a little bit of extra time just so that I could actually get a decent amount of profit from that item. And I also do manage to pick up a Sky Blue Zomba. This item has actually been really good in this series already for making profit. I believe I bought it for 400 credits last time. I wasn't able to underpay that much. Here I'm paying 500 credits. That is still 100 credits below the minimum value, and it has a massive demand. Sky Blue Zomba sells really easily. I'm not sure why, but I can always get it gone really quickly. So again, I'm actually going to be trying to sell it for a little bit more than the minimum value, and if I'm just squeezing a little bit more out of every item, eventually that will add up to more profit, and I will be getting rather the White Apex a lot quicker. For some reason, every day I have a different experience of Rocket League trading. So for example, yesterday and today when these trades were recorded, I was finding it very easy to both buy and sell items, but a couple days ago I couldn't get many trades whatsoever. I don't really know know why this is. Maybe there's more people on Rocket League later on in the week. I'm really not sure why. I know it's easier to trade at the weekend because there's more people online, and for some reason Monday is also a really good time to trade. I have no idea why that is, but yeah, that's just what I find with Rocket League trading. And also at this point I did try and sell on a few items, but I just couldn't really get that many sold, and I was listing them up on RL Garage, RL Trading Post, but for the most part all of the items I have in my inventory right now are basically hard to sell. So for example, you got both of those painted dices, they're going to be very hard to sell. White Tactician Fennec, I'm actually trying to get around the maximum value of the White Fennec because it has a good certification, but not too many people are actually looking to buy that. And then I've also got the White Zombie, which I said I've actually been struggling to sell recently. So overall I can't really get too much sold in my inventory, but when that happens I just go back to buying items just so that I'm still making profit, I'm making progress, and I haven't been slowed down by the current state of my inventory. I also do manage to sell on a Sky Blue Zomba for 650 credits. Like I mentioned, that is going to be a little bit more than the minimum value. I couldn't find 700 credits, which was what I was originally looking for. On my days I can't speak, but I actually dropped the price down because it was taking a little bit too long to sell. I did also pick up a Dueling Dragons 100 credits below the minimum value a couple trades ago. I was talking about something else at the time, but that should be really easy to sell on for its minimum value. And basically there are two different trading methods that I use. One of the methods is going to be buying low demand items for way below their minimum value, where just letting them sit in my inventory for ages and eventually selling them on. And then you've got the other one where I'm buying high demand items for a little bit below their minimum value and selling them on really quickly. But basically each method is opposite to each other. It just makes it so that I'm not using the same method over and over, and trading is a little bit more interesting for me because I'm also doing this to have fun, not only to make content, but I'm trading for multiple hours a day, so I want to make sure that I am enjoying it as well. I did also pick up a Black OEM, I believe 150 credits below its minimum value. I have recently said that it's pretty hard to sell right now, but I just want to try it out because like I mentioned earlier, right now it was pretty easy to sell most of the items in my inventory, especially those painted octanes, so I just want to see how long it takes to sell on items such as Black OEM and Black Stern, and either way I'll be making 150 credits profit from each one. I've got enough credits to buy and sell other items, so even if I don't sell it right away, it's not hindering me too much. I can just list it up on RL Garage, RL Trading Post, and eventually get it sold because I don't think any of the items in my inventory are going to drop too much. Even if they did drop, I'm pretty confident about that. And then I also do manage to actually get a little bit more than the minimum value for a Dueling Dragons. Usually I would just sell it on for the minimum value, but I wanted to experiment a little bit, see if I could actually get it sold for a little bit more, and I was able to do that rather, but it took about half an hour or an hour to actually get it sold. So I might avoid doing that in the future just because it took ages to sell, but it was still alright from then. I did get an extra 50 credits that will add up to the total in the inventory and get me a little bit closer to the White Apex, so it's definitely successful, but like I mentioned, I'll probably avoid doing that in the future. I also do manage to sell on Black OEM really quickly, actually, a lot quicker than earlier on in the week. I managed to get 1.1k, which is the minimum value. That is another 150 credits profit from that item, so if I can, I probably will be buying Black OEM again for around 900 or 950 credits. I won't ever go up to 1000 credits just because it still takes a decent amount of time to sell, but I was able to sell it on pretty quickly there, and that was definitely a massive success. And I've got to say, this episode has been better than the last one. I haven't been unlucky in the terms of items dropping as soon as I bought them because that happened a few times in the last episode. And then I also do manage to pick up an Interstellar 100 credits below the minimum value. This should be a really easy flip, and I should be able to sell it on for its minimum value no problem, or I could even look for its middle value, such as that Dueling Dragons, which I was actually able to get the middle value for as you saw earlier. But anyway, that is going to wrap it up for this video. I really hope you have enjoyed. If you have, then please do make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications as well. Let's go for 100 likes on this video. Comment White Apex if you made it this far into the video. Make sure to join the Discord for the White Octane giveaway as well, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Me.